Hello everyone, welcome to my Astral Collision playtest stream. There's a lot to be testing. I might wait just a moment or two to get started. I'm looking forward to seeing if some of the things I just tried work. Okay, that's enough. That's enough waiting. Let's get this show on the road. The first thing that'll be evident is new menus. People who have been following this on the my Discord server, which there's a link to in the panels down below, they will have already seen this because I was talking about this there. I posted a screenshot. But we're going to start a new game because I need to test some stuff. Also, this is going to be radically different. I have some further thoughts for what I'm going to do with some of this introduction area, but I want to test you. Yes. Enter the party. Who else do I want to test? I mean, it doesn't hurt to just grab Sophia. Oh, she's broken. She's so not non-functional right now. The reason to grab her is because she can use anything, but maybe, maybe I shouldn't, because I just remember that her skills are. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with her skills, because what they do is they give her a skill set, and that, let's just grab her. Okay, let's see. There's 8. You can use. Okay, I definitely want somebody who I know can use destruction magic. Let's grab you. I need to update their descriptions. I don't want to grab her because she's also not fully functional. So let's see. Weapon arts, martial arts, and then I'm trying to remember what each of the, you know what? I can just look. Okay, so I have grabbed thus far the ninja. So what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to equip all of the skill sets. Okay, spell sword, martial arts, and tools. Warlock is healing arts, enchanter, and martial arts. Or healing magic, enchanter, and martial arts. So they are overlapping in martial arts right now. So I need, and then I grabbed the war mage, which has destruction magic, weapon arts, and spell sword. So I have. Oh man, I need to friggin' almost write this down. So I have destructions, spell sword, weapon arts. I think I need guardian still. Maybe I'll pick up the ranger. The ranger does have guardian. Okay, ninja, spell sword, martial arts, and tools. Yeah, so that basically adds. Okay. Do I have? Oh boy, I need to friggin' make a spreadsheet here. Yeah, you can. That can be closed. Okay, whatever. I will just grab the ranger. Yes. Thank you. Like, eventually I'm going to actually have that character go down the stairs instead of, like, gathering your party and all that sort of stuff. And then you will follow and be transitioned to this room where you'll be given tutorials about, like, these monuments. But that ain't happening just yet. Okay, let's equip. Let's equip you later. Some characters are more flexible in what they can equip than others. Yeah, you're definitely plate mail. Okay, let's drop a save. I think 20 is the next empty slot because of how I was doing things previously. So here we are. Hey, Fear, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub. It's appreciated. Hello. How you doing? Okay, so this is like major changes already. These things can make stat up items with essence. I don't know if that's a good idea or not yet. But there's going to be other stuff you can do with essence as well. But I haven't like implemented it yet. There's going to be another crystal here. Friday evening. Okay, cool. Done for the week. This character will have more stuff. So I've changed all of these. These are now like Fated Divine things. They're going to be able to be upgraded with Essence. They're the only skill sets that will be upgraded, but there's just so many like things that I have changed since the last playtest 2 weeks ago. Because I couldn't playtest last week because I changed so much that it just wouldn't work. What was Rebuker? Yeah, you know what? Why not? You can have that. Well, thank you. I do, like I said, I do appreciate it. You can have a healing skill. And I still need to update like a lot of the items. I do want to do kind of an overhaul pass of this whole starting area, but getting the other parts of the game up and working was a little bit more immediately important. Okay, Francis, you can have that. Aha, Forgotten Spirit. These guys are more tame than they were. So, let's see. Striking damage to the foe, and they lose TP equal to MP. Yeah, okay. 36 damage is a much more reasonable amount. This is an interesting healing spell in that it can cure conditions if they're low on health. Which makes it for, like, a way of being able to bundle them together that has some interesting tension in it. I should probably just Draining Dark here. Oh, and I dramatically nerfed this skill because it had been super overpowered. Yeah, you should just go and do that. Welp. That can also just happen. I don't know if I'm going to need to tone Mishizo down or not. She has ludicrous physical accuracy, which means that she's incredibly likely to be able to critical hit. You know, let's just mash attack and see if that happens again. Oh, it evaded. Ow. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if that's... It's one of those things where I don't know how cost should necessarily be calibrated. Heal thyself, I guess. Or, you know, that works too. Okay. Now heal yourself. Her HP went up a bit at the end of battle because you restore HP equal to your Earth stat at the end of battle. And she's got a lot of Earth. So she restored a lot of HP. Yeah. Some of the things that I want to do here is I want to have fewer healing items. I want to have more essence. It's just kind of scattered around this area, and I kind of want to do a little bit more. I feel like it's just very bland, and I kind of want to arrange it a little bit better for traveling through. Well, those crits worked. Divine Avenger. I think that's the... Let's see, can you use that one? Yeah. I want to use Spell Sword on Mishizo, which is this one over here. Oh, she already has Divine Rebuker. Never mind. I guess everybody's equipped up. Okay, that's fine for now. I do want to try out the skill Mishizo has, so... Make sure it's working. That's a lot of cave spiders. Do you want to attack them to be able to build up her... Actually, I shouldn't Grinding Dark them. They are, if I remember correctly, resistant to dark. Flame Swath is a good idea, though. Welp. Ow. Okay, well that was a crit. What is their crit multiplier? It's a cave spider. 3! Maybe it shouldn't be 3. I'll take that under advisement. Okay, you know what? This is a good enough time. That moment when you remember F5 and Notepad just, for some reason, just inserts the date. Cave spiders maybe shouldn't have a critical multiplier of 3. That seems like a good playtest note. I do want to try this out. Let's go smack this guy. Hey, Toby. Good to see ya. How you doing? That's plus 14 damage to target foe, or I can hit everyone for more. I'm going to do everyone for more. Actually, let's... resurrect Jennifer. Okay, what? I don't think that skill works entirely properly. Skills... It was... Rebuke Attacker. Rebuke Attacker. Indeed. Okay. Spell damage. Yeah. I don't know why that wouldn't just do the damage it's supposed to. I don't know, smack a spider. You can resurrect Kalissa. Yay. Cave spiders are maybe a little bit more dangerous than they should be. Lost 60 TP. I thought these guys were weak to striking. I'm very confused. Sometimes I wonder if it would be better to have the damage log work more like Pokemon, where you like have to spacebar through everything, or if that would just make it tedious. I don't know. Because this should be doing a good bit of damage here. But I don't know if the thing is working properly or not. Okay. Well. No TP for Skillful Strike. Right, you just resurrected. No, let's just end the spider. There we go. I can hold down Shift to move slower because I have the thing on. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the starting area needs more of interest going on in it. So I definitely want to rework it to try to do that. Okay, well, critical hits against those guys are highly effective. Mishu's, though, highly recommended for starting character. For killing those guys. Although, bon point, and which is not how you should pronounce that properly, but I don't know French. And Devin McElroy are both good choices because they start with the pipe, which is a striking weapon, which is more effective against Forgotten Spirits. You know, let's just go after the Forgotten Spirit and then drop a Flame Swath. Yeah. Yeah, just the whole layout and flow of it is, like, you're right. It is a bit of a maze, because I think I just used the generate... Did I just use the generate maze button and then... Or generate dungeon option and then modify it? I might have. I legitimately don't remember at this point. Couldn't tell you. But it is definitely a bit of a big maze. The thing is, I kind of want the features to be a bit more interesting, and I want some of the loot to be a bit more interesting somehow. I'm not entirely sure what to do. Frankly, it probably just needs to be smaller. I don't know. Yeah, there's definitely some arrangement that needs to be a bit different. And, like, I tried to make it interesting with having loot, but it's kind of at the point where, like, there's so much loot, the loot's uninteresting. I think that I need to kind of focus on having sort of the visual aesthetic of the area be better, because, like, if we looked at the full thing, it's definitely somewhat lacking. No, not draining dark. Just attack. Good. Then Phantom Kunai is doing good work. Yeah, I could definitely do something that... I mean, what are my goals for the area, right? Right. Yeah, because, like, part of the problem right now is that there's a little bit too much, like, go in here and open 6 chests, which is... Chests have value proportionate to their quantity, i.e. the more chests there are, the less exciting each one is. So... Like, I don't mind giving you a bunch of stuff at the beginning to, like, test some stuff out, but I definitely... And, like, I need to give you the starting skill sets, obviously. But... Actually, let's just Skillful Strike one of these and just attack the other one. Ooh, Toxic Bite. Because the big thing is I kind of want it, and I've gotten enough spider, 4 times spider groups that I've gotten pretty sufficiently healed here, but I'm giving you too many healing potions off the bat because I wanted to make sure you could heal, but, like, the first container of 6 is sufficient. Because, like, I mean, that section right there is just kind of ridiculous, too. It doesn't take super long to get out of here if you know where you're going, but if you don't know where you're going, it's a big maze. I kind of want you to be level 2 by the time you get out of here. That's happening pretty reliably, which I'm happy about. But I also know, like, the path through. And, like, right now, I've already gotten 14 healing potions. which is quite a lot. I don't mind giving early iron ingots and stuff, but yeah, like there's certain things that I know you need to have at the beginning. I know you need to have the starting equipment, and I know I need to give you the skill sets. Beyond that, it's just like what should be given. I need to recharge my resurrection signet. Oh, also this. I want to give you some essence at the beginning, so that way you can play around with this a little bit. Sploosh. But I think I just need to kind of like arrange some of this differently. I think it's good to give you some starting gold. But I definitely feel like some stuff should be tweaked a bit. Also, what's with all the spiders lately? What's with all the double actions off of Mishizo lately, too? I mean, I don't mind them. But... Ow. Yeah, I should definitely tone down that 3 times multiplier on their critical hit to be something less lethal. Let's just end that one. Mm-hmm. Okay, you know what? This thing can just get rid of this. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it's definitely a what loot's going to be useful to have them pick up. A lot of the enemies drop some crafting materials. The big things that you kind of want in the beginning of the game is you want some amount of... Okay, why is this 4 spider group so frequently attacking me right now? Yeah, I definitely am going to just want to rethink the starting area at some point. I don't think I'm going to do it... Actually, I should probably do it sooner rather than later, so that way it's more convenient on me starting a new character. We'll look at it in a moment. And kind of think about it some. That spider can go... There's heal. I definitely need to spend some time this coming week trying to track down the best way to add some sort of signifier next to damage for how effective it was, rather than having messages. Everybody can just attack this, it'll be fine. Okay. So yeah, let's take a survey. Okay, I have stepped out of there. According to the save, it was 23 minutes, but I was also doing some other random, like, chatting. But I also know the route, so that's faster. I don't necessarily want somebody to be spending the first half an hour of the game inside that area. Not the way that it currently is. So I have 356 gold. Money, whatever. 15 healing potions, of which I didn't have to use any. I got 16 goo, a fang, 10 cloth, 2 mystical dust, a stone, 11 iron ingots, and 3 mushrooms. And of course, all of these armors, which are important. And these were given to me early. I need to refresh my resurrection signet, apparently. So, the first sort of goal that you have as a player is upgrading your equipment to stuff that is not terrible. Because the starting stuff that you begin with is all terrible. Okay, I need to go join the Adventurers Guild. Do. You give me my stuff. Thank you. So I added a thing that I want to test real quick, like. Okay. Yeah, this does theoretically allow me to purchase bestiary pages for things. So if I want to learn about the plains scorpion, there's no reason to buy multiple. I kind of want to be able to set these up to not be enabled if you already possess one. I'll need to figure out doing that. I have some ideas. I just thought of this like just before I started the stream. I added all these in. A lot of these bestiary page entries are friggin' 16 cave spiders. They do not necessarily have updated descriptions. I'm going to need to update some descriptions, but I ran through and updated all of the text. So, like, a bestiary page typically tells you where the enemy is found. Like, so the idea is that she will sell you, and I can add more information to the item, the bestiary page item description for purchase as well. But the idea is that she will sell you bestiary pages, so that way, if you want information about a specific enemy, you can buy it from her. The player can run into stuff and just get the bestiary pages themselves. I wanted some sort of service where you could like learn about enemies, and being able to talk to an NPC to get a bestiary page seemed like a reasonable way of doing it. And then I realized I could just have you buy them because they're an item. Yeah, so the idea is like, hey, do you want to learn about this enemy you've never seen? Come buy this bestiary page. And like, I don't think that this is something that you're going to find in other regions. This is specifically for Kendron monsters for which there is a bounty, because the idea is that they're giving you information on your bounty target. And I probably need to update the dialogue some to kind of reflect that and stuff. But like, this was a realization that I could potentially just use the selling stuff, or the shop interface, in order to be able to sell the player information about enemies in the form of bestiary pages. So if I wanted to know about the plains scorpion, I could go there and buy it. You can see that these guys are weak to striking. They don't care about ice very much. Mushroom snakes are just straight flat across the board still. I probably want to modify that. I don't know. I've forgotten spirits. So many cave spiders. Hey, thank you for the bits. It's appreciated. But yeah, so like the descriptions here will tell you like, oh, this is where these show up. I don't have any bounties yet, so nothing to turn in. Fun little wave there. So, like, giving the player a good amount of gold or crafting materials to start is a helpful way of enabling them to be able to purchase equipment. I changed things up here to these. So, one of the things that I decided I wanted Kendra stuff to not do any of what I refer to as the complex elements. So, there's the basic stats of fire, water, earth, and wind. And then the complex ones of metal, ice, lightning, light, dark, and life are combined, like combinations of two of the base types. And I decided I didn't want the Kendrins to do any of those complex types. So I changed a bunch of stuff, so that way now there's wands that are of these simple types. Flame Wand is not the worst for Kalissa. That's weird. It would let her... I mean, she'd still be using Flame Swath off of it. That's kind of... I'm not sure if I want that for her. She's the only one of these characters that can actually use them, but... Maybe I should buy her one just because of that? Sure. You know what? Why not? I've convinced myself. It would make her more accurate on her spells as well. Okay. I was just checking to make sure bestiary entries didn't show up there, and they don't. So they can show up in shops as hidden items, but they do not show up on the sell menu, which is good. I'm planning on doing the quest log stuff through hidden items as well. I've thought some about how that system might work, but not enough to actually do anything yet, implementation-wise. Oh, I need to go... collect this sneaky chest. Okay. It's usually a good idea to go visit this hunter's camp early, because there's a bunch of loot here for crafting materials. Surprised I haven't been attacked by rats yet. Normally they would be all over you. I think I still need to upgrade or update Hunter's skills, so I probably won't be using that one right now. There's a lot of stuff where I'm still kind of like updating things. This is the one with mushrooms? Yeah. 6 edible mushrooms. Okay, where are the rats? This is weird. I don't think I've ever gone through there without being attacked by rats before. I have updated all of the enemies, so they should be in good states. That I spent yesterday working through that. Yesterday was a weird day, though, for me overall. Let's Phantom Kunai this buzzkill. Giant rat looks a little bit like a dire rat at night. Ooh, its water went down. Ouch! Was that just a really high roll? Plains Scorpion. Oh. Oh. Huh. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that when I was updating the Plains Scorpion, I failed to properly copy and paste updated... Okay. Plains Scorpion damage formula looks like maybe it wasn't properly updated. That thing should not be hitting that hard off of just a single attack like that. A critical hit, maybe, but a single attack, no. Okay, well, this should end it. Two times bounty slips. Yeah, crystal shard. Excellent. Kirby will be so pleased. Well, that was educational. Okay, I can actually go get the royal skills now. Again, these haven't been updated, so probably won't be using them because they'll probably give me wildly incorrect stuff. Can any of these characters use a shield? Nope. Literally none of my characters can use a shield. Cool. I can get some mediocre plate mail for Calista here if I wanted to. Slightly decreases earth damage. I think I'll pass and get adventurer's stuff. I should go pick up the set of skills over this way. I use my advanced knowledge of where everything is to make the game easier. These ones have been updated, so... What do you sell? Okay, I have two characters that can use this. I think I'll just buy this for Jennifer, because I don't think Calista has a very good water stat. That is super correct. Super correct. Wow. That is a... that is a bad water stat. That, on the other hand, is a perfectly fine water stat. Okay. Yeah, okay, none of these characters can use Staff of Healing. I'd rather use Healer's Expertise than Fated Divine Mercy right now. It's just going to be more reliable. The Fated version of those are, like, serviceable, but not supposed to be great. That's right, I wanted to go into the mines and see if I could get myself utterly wrecked. Ah, man, I have so much work to do here in the mine. Theoretically, I should struggle against a lot of the enemy compositions in here. Like, this should probably be rough, if not extraordinarily difficult. I don't remember what these guys' weakness to. Hey, I have absorption. That could be useful. Yeah, now Splash of Healing heals all allies for 28. Healing Spring is pretty good. Yeah, okay, whatever. Let's just... Yeah, now I have access to these as well. Piercing Winds is not going to be good. Dousing Waves is awful on her. Yeah, there needs to be a lot more maps. There's a lot more planned areas in the mines, and there's like needs some more loot and stuff too. I just kind of want to make sure it's a bad idea to come in here early, so I'm here early. Yep, definitely a bad idea. Oh, good. The strength down is actually quite useful. Oh, hunker's down. Oh no. Okay, good. Whew, I was worried there for a moment. These guys are like a few levels above me, so. Yeah, there's... I don't know. The thing is, death is like... Having your party wipe is fairly unpunishing. It just sends you back to the last place you interacted with a monument. So, like, again, I don't mind a little bit of Dark Souls Graveyard. Like, I think it's good if NPCs warn players. But if your entire party wipes, like I said, yeah, it's like, because I want it to be something where the player is like free to like, okay, where can I go? Where can I get? There's probably going to be a little bit of ability to death warp as a result, but that's fine. If players want to death warp, you know, that's their prerogative. Let's just heal Francis here. Fireball this guy, and Hunter Strike this guy, because that'll deal more damage. Okay, it's... These guys are hunkering down, apparently. But, like, that guy did not care about fire. Give that guy a proper smacking. Three damage. Okay, why is that not dealing proper damage? I need to look into what's up with that one. Hey, it's dazed. Cleanse thine self. But yeah, like, I kind of want a little bit of a little Dark Souls 1 flavor. I don't know. I like players being able to kind of experiment around. Oh, that could be bad. Oh wait, Phantom Kunai. Haha. Okay. That was rough, but not too bad. I'm not sure. I think that's probably just going to be kind of a byproduct of the system. They definitely felt more threatening. So what's wrong with this one skill that is not working properly? Maybe I need to add parentheses around this. I don't know. I'll try that. I'll need to reload the game to... Okay, let's save and refresh. This Rebeak attacker is supposed to be doing more damage than it was. Wow, okay, this is still potentially good numbers. That one might need to be taken down a notch. Welp. Yeah, so ever since I introduced skill sets, characters no longer have the common skills, because there's for those who are maybe not entirely familiar with what's being discussed here. Notes. If I go to the notes document on the overview page. So this whole thing right here, there was a set of skills that were considered common skills, like power attack, any of these ones that are in green, right? There's a list of, what, 44 of them? Yeah, 44 right here. This is where the math is. So there's 44 common skills. So that was kind of the idea, and characters would like get those common skills and level up, and then they'd have unique skills to them. This is super out of date. I didn't like this system for a variety of reasons. I talk about it more in some of the update videos that get posted. Actually, the one coming out, I don't remember. Is it tomorrow? Today? I don't remember the schedule for when things come out. But one of the ones coming out soon will kind of go into some more detail. But basically, I switched over to skill sets because I didn't like how the system was working. Rejiggered... Rejiggered everything, so that way I was distributing skills in kind of a haphazardy way, so you wouldn't get too much overlap on characters learning skills. So that way there'd be... Because one of the things that I like about Pokemon is that different Pokemon learn stuff at different levels and like evolve at different levels and things like that, which creates this effect where... any given level for a Pokemon might be like boring in that it only gives stats, but because you have 6 Pokemon on your team, the chance that like, oh, this Pokemon from this battle might get experience and learn new stuff and things like that. So there's a little bit of like, that's a factor that I like because it makes the leveling up more interesting. So I try to distribute it. So there's only the unique skills, and then commons, like what would be considered like common skills are now in skill sets. And then I didn't like the common skills, and I ripped a bunch of those common skills that I had made because they were extremely generic and very unflavorful and things like that, and not really fitting what I was trying to do anymore. And so when I had to update them for the big rebalance that I did a couple weeks back now, and like the rejiggering of how everything worked and all these sorts of things, I just couldn't bring myself to update them because I just wasn't satisfied with most of them. So I ripped a lot of them up and just tossed them off into the furnace of this skill is no good anymore. And have been like working on making new skills and things like that. And like there's still some stuff that's not 100% like updated yet from that. So that's the long answer to your question. But the characters only learn their unique skills on level up. There are no longer let's hide these notes. There are no longer any common skills that are being learned on level up. Because I replaced that basically with the skill set system. Okay, so the real enemy here is the Dire Serpent, but I still need to make sure I'm taking out the other dudes. Let's actually try to take out these cave spiders. I want skills in the areas that you get from skill sets to be like representative of the area that you're in, and more interesting as a result. Does that answer your question? I hope so. I get the sneaking suspicion 1d4 of dark may be too strong still. Okay. I don't know. Accomplish is like a broad enough term. I assume you mean like with the skill system and such. It's more like being thematic to the area. So basically, skills that you see enemies use in the area, for example, might be skills that you then get in that location, as an example. Let's see. 1d4 of dark is probably too strong still. Check Phantom Kunai should probably deal less damage. This is part of the reason why I grabbed Mishizo, because I had a sneaking suspicion she was going to be too powerful. Okay, let's actually go real aggressive here, because those guys weren't particularly difficult. And I got, like, mediocre equipment. Let's see if this Chimera is properly threatening. Because this guy should be a royal issue. Okay. Yep. Well, Piercing Winds was unimpressive. You know, that's something. Like, I should definitely be struggling with this guy at this level. Oh. Interesting. Guard? Okay, yep. Yep, this guy is still appropriately threatening. I was worried. That wouldn't be the case. But good. Good. That guy's supposed to be about level 17. We are like level 4. We should not be taking down level 17s. I was a little concerned because the bloodbaths and stuff were no longer being a huge problem. Like, this is not the bad group. This is the group that we were just destroying. But yeah, so for example, there's 8 different skill sets. Destruction magic, healing, enchanter, spell, sword, guardian, weapon arts, martial arts, and the tools are the different things. So there's going to be one of those for each of the different 14 world regions plus the starting area. So there's going to be 15 times 8 skill sets. And each one I'm setting myself up to do so much work. But each one is going to be like thematically based off of the area in which you find it. So the Kendron stuff is like, these are the skills that these adventurers and stuff use. Evanshire is going to probably be based a lot on some of the enemies. Like the Enchanter one is probably going to be an Enticer's skills, and the martial arts, I think, is already going to be the Enticed skills, the dances of the Enticed. So it's just going to kind of vary some that way. Yeah. Those guys are just weak to piercing, and these Phantom Kunais are just ending them. Oh, these are just cave bats. Blast bombs are probably really strong now. Yeah, this is the one that I was wondering about. This one was absolutely brutal before. But part of that is because I was, like, exaggerating all of the enemies. And now Phantom Kunai just, like, one-shots these bats. Okay. Supersonic Swoop was a little frightening there. Okay, yep. That was unfortunate. That was going to be... right then. 125 striking damage would actually be really strong right now. Oh, this is going to be interesting to see. If she's in guard state, does that reduce the damage she takes? She does. Nope. Good. Does not affect that damage at all. Okay, I'm able to take it out, but they are somewhat threatening. There, that's just better. 290 gold was found. There's a bunch of loot to go get in here, so... I mean... This doesn't seem... Wow. Okay. Them getting the attack like that was pretty strong. I finally got that positioned correctly. Okay. Phantom Kunai is not really necessary here. Miner's skills. I wonder if those would be... I still want to try out the one skill that I freaking gave her to see if the update on it fixed anything. Who can wear shoes? Sure, why not? Paralyze is maybe not as relevant to you. Mishizo, you can wear shoes, right? I'd like you to be less prone to being paralyzed. Oh, this is probably a strongish group. I'm gonna drop an absorption on Francis. That bloodbat, and then guard. You went through the guarding, eh? Hey, I can rebuke attacker. I want to rebuke this Dire Serpent. I don't need a wand strike. Hey, that did proper damage that time. Good. It was that is the problem. Okay. I wanted to test that skill to make sure it was working properly. Yeah, she'll just resurrect after battle. That's fine. Kill this bloodbat. Hunker's down, eh? Evaded, eh? Let's just use Splash of Healing. That seems pretty useful right now. Okay. There's that apply poultry as Hunting Swan would say. Where's Swan? Probably off doing his own thing. Right, good. Miner's gloves. She can't wear them. Nishizo probably can. Slightly raise strength. Yeah. Okay, whatever. They do things. Miner's coat. I don't know. Apparently I'm giving her all this miner's gear for some reason. Just end some bloodbaths, would you? Probably better to just attack with Francis to some extent. Ow. I still kind of just want to end the bloodbath. This seems like a good splash of healing moment. There we go. That gets the bloodbath out of the way. Ow. Well, it didn't take that rock too well. Gold. Oh, we were surprised. Apparently Francis is public enemy number 1. Healed by itself. I'm kind of having to settle with the fact that enemies are just going to be less durable than they had been, and maybe I need to just accept that. Oh no, we just got surprised. This is not good. Maybe there's a way that I can mess with the likelihood for surprise encounters. If I put a... I'm getting an idea. So what I'm thinking is maybe one of the ways that I can make an area more threatening is have some sort of formula for preemptive strikes to where if the player party is low level relative to the enemy troop, low level or whatever, just some sort of figure. It'll probably be level, but if they're low level compared to the enemy troop, then they are much more likely to be preemptive struck, whatever. And if they're high level, then they're more likely to get the preemptive strike. I think I like that idea as a mechanic. It's at least worth testing. Set up enemy troops to have some sort of level. The higher that is relative to the player's level, the more likely the enemy is to preemptive strike the player, and vice versa. I like this idea because what it does is because like right there, this became a lot more threatening because they got to move first. And it's like I'm suddenly really on the back foot here. So... Because I've lost, like, a bunch of my HP. Well, Flame Swath did good work. This should finish off the rest, right? You know, if it actually would hit the giant bat. Mm-hmm. Whatever, just go all in on attacking it. There we go. Critical for 292 damage. Yeehaw. Miner's Cap. Nope. She can't wear that. She's already wearing a healer's ribbon. Can Francis use? Nope. Nobody can wear the Miner's Cap. My party is incapable of wearing hats, apparently. That happens sometimes. Sure. He has no MP now, but sure. I've been going for a while now. More dire serpents. I mean, I do like a good flame swath. Oh, these guys resist Phantom Kunai. Part of what's going on, too, is the bats are just really, really weak to piercing. I still think it's probably a little strong. But I didn't really touch her skills much. So, that's rated for 108. That should roughly be a 2-shot on a lot of enemies. It might be fine. I might decrease it a little bit. I might make it like... I think it's currently 3 times multiplier. I might make it a little bit less. Just wild stone. I'm actually getting really low on my MP and Jennifer over there. Okay, that works. Ooh, glad I had the... Ooh, Dex down is good. Healing Spring. Okay, just attack the thing then. Ooh, Hunker's down. I might make that a Traveler skill. We'll see. Or maybe something similar. Yeah, rebuke that thing. I want to get her a different set of skills, but... You know what? Wand Strike it. I'll take some MP back. Oh! Excellent. It's dazed, so it can't get... you can't get the guard state while you're dazed. So Hunker Down is a lot less effective when you're dazed. That's actually great. I didn't realize I had a good counter strategy there, but I did. And we got the upper hand here, so that's good for us, I suppose. All right. I'm missing a kill. From the shadows. That's another one where I'm not quite certain how well it's calibrated. I should definitely make sure I stop by the mine down here. The enemy groups are going to be obnoxious that I will run into, but there's just so much money to be had from a bajillion lockpicks. Let's just mash attack on everybody. I don't feel like using skills. Cool. Mishiza just like single-handedly killed 2 bats. Woo. Oh, this group is a little bit more threatening. Kind of. Almost. Yeah. Evaded. Plus 62 dark damage seems really good. Yeah, let's do that. That probably needs a bit of a nerf too, honestly. Wildstone. Resisted maybe, but most of that was plus damage, so... Okay, I really need to lower the encounter rate here. Where is this? This is... Iron Hill... East Branch? What's the encounter rate? Let's just increase that a bit. There. Won't do anything yet, but... There we go, good critical hit. I do need to get to the point where I'm able to take the boat, because I need to test some enemies on the other side of everything. This area is just kind of a giant loot pinata, as it were. I don't know if my distribution of stuff is good or not. Do I need to recharge my res sig? Oh, it doesn't hurt to check. Okay, I should get some better equipment for characters, so let's do that. Yeah, I'm gonna need some feathers. I don't know about dust or not. Let's just get some iron ingots. Do I want an adventurer's dagger for Mishizo? It's out of the one that can poison, right? I think I do. I think I'm gonna make an adventurer's dagger for her. I have a bow that I want to make for her. Yeah, I'll leave Kliss on the... I think she's got... Adventurer's tunic for Jennifer it is. Sure. Yep, that seems good. Yeah, I want 2 of those. Minor TP regeneration. I think I might actually go get the other ones. I get these for Jennifer, though. Okay, now I just need to do a big equipathon. Oh, she can use the miner's cap. Interesting. I don't want to, but she can. Okay, you're gonna have a different thing. I'm getting you. Okay, let's go visit the... it's evening. It's gonna be night soon. Yeah. Oh well. I can go to the shop at least. I should grab some bracelets. Boost magical accuracy by plus 20% more than other bracelets. Reduces maximum MP by 50%, but increases because attacks restore 2 MP on hit. I think I might just get that. More spell accuracy is always good. No, you don't have what I care for. I don't think. She can use tomes. Yeah, I might get her a club of some variety. Actually, you know, I could just wait by a fire. Excuse me, I don't need to sleep at the inn, so I'm just gonna rest here until morning. Yep. Hey, Nova Mars. Wait, Nova Mara. Wait, is it Mars or Mara? Mara. Hello, welcome. Sorry, the A looked a little bit like an S. Okay, cool. Were you the I forget the name. Glitched something or another? Or is it someone else? I want to buy some boots. Okay, cool. Well, hello, welcome. Okay, so that's not super long ago then. How are you doing? I need some boots. Have anything else I was wanting here? I know what I want to get, Francis, so I will go get that in a moment. Let's put some boots on people. Hey, Greenos. Good to see ya. I'm doing a lot of playtesting. Man, that town is too crowded. Okay. There's a special crafter up here that can craft me a hunter's bow, which is what I want. Yes, hunter's bow. The enchantment. Fire arrows. These now have fire arrows instead of metal type damage because Kendra no longer has metal type damage. Okay, Francis, you get this bow. It was entirely complimentary. By which I mean acknowledging that that's where we met. Do I need any... No, that allowed me to make staves, but Jennifer can't use staves, so... Not relevant. Okay, good. Thank you, Greenos. It is very much in progress of being made. Right, so my priority is a boat. And let's go get some skills. So much stuff is in progress. One of the big things I need to do is just fill places up with more NPCs. This is not a terrible choice. I was kind of going for this, though. Let's see. You have... Yeah, okay. Oh, you can use minor skills. Do I want to use minor skills, or do I want to keep using the Faded Divine Glory? This one doesn't work properly, but this one does. I changed a bunch of stuff with the game recently, so I'm testing a bunch of things out. How many bounty slips do I have? I need 60 for rank 2, is that right? Oh, I have enough. I have enough and then some. Okay, cool. That means I can go test out some of these enemies I want to test out. You. Yes. Uh-huh. Whee! Payday! The enemies in Kendra do not drop gold, they drop bounty slips. And bounty slips scale up as you get more of them. And that scaled up quite nicely. Quite nicely indeed. Okay, I want to get a couple of focuses from this lady. 2, I guess. This is a very special focus because it gives you a bunch to everything and is probably pretty good early on. What sort of head pieces can she use? Oh, thank you for the host. Okay. I'm gonna need to fight some stuff soon just to see if all of these things I've been getting... Oh, I should act... Okay. Okay. I'm getting mentally all over the place. Do one of these helmets... No, she probably can't use one of these either. Maybe? I don't remember. No. She can use the healer's ribbon, but she has very poor water, so it's absolutely super duper not worth. Oh, it's nighttime. Or it's evening. This is a thing that'll happen. Haha. I mean, this place is not finished being filled out, but if it becomes nighttime while I'm over here. The palace is closed at night, save for the bounties board. You're not permitted anywhere else until the morning. Yeah. I'm happy about that functionality. Okay. I can afford a boat. Let's get a boat. You. Yes, please, boat. Thank you. I need to fight stuff out here. Because I updated things here, and I need to see how they are. It's just the RPG Maker stuff that it comes with, but thank you. Yeah, RPG Maker's character creator has some nice options. Yeah, we're gonna fight. So I do not know if I am properly calibrated to fight this thing yet, but apparently we're doing it in the morning here. Which one is this? Whatever. Yes, fairly even. You know what? Can't go wrong with the backstab Soul Eater. Okay. This is the water-oriented one. Like I said, can't go wrong with the backstab. This should theoretically be fairly threatening, because this thing's rated at, like, level 19, and my characters are, like, 5 or 6 right now. So this should theoretically be extraordinarily deadly. We shall see if that is accurate or not. Wildstone might help. Fire arrow, probably not the best here. Yeah, let's just throw a bomb at it. Hey, what do you know? It's a one-shot. Okay, well, let's... That's... Yup. Theoretically, should be threatening. In truth, is not. Okay, this should also be threatening. This should be very threatening, in fact. Let's see if it is. I'm guessing that backstab skill might need to get nerfed. Hi, what happens if I backstab one of you? It does not instantly die, and yeah, okay. Whoa, that was a good magic reflect. These guys are rated at level 60. They should probably be wiping the floor with us. Yeah, they have some decent base animations. Woo! Like, these guys are weak for level 60, but we're at level 6. That is proper. They wiped the floor with us. That is exactly what should happen. Okay, let's go get our boat. Fortunately, there's a boat retrieval service or something. When you enter a town that has a dock, it just is going to teleport your boat to you, typically. Okay, so the fact that Backstab was able to one-shot these guys is not appropriate. Let's see how that is. You know, the thing that would probably help most is that idea I was having earlier about preemptive strikes. Okay, so Phantom Kunai did not one-shot it. Okay. Is that appropriate? I should be... So my character should be roughly 13 more levels, right? I want to double check. Yeah, 13 more levels to be on level for that. I don't know how much HP that would mean that we have, but I can check really quickly. Note document. Anybody want to see math in action? Where do I even do this? Is it down here somewhere? Oh no, it's in weapon planning. Level 19. My character should have 228 HP. I think that would have been really devastating, but some of them should have survived. If they were... I don't remember the damage figures that we saw. But... I think some of them should have survived. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that, like, maybe Backstab is a little too good. Playtesting notes. Backstab is probably a little too good. That's my notes on that. Okay, where am I? I'm going to go get my boat again. This is the part of playtesting where I'm like testing out more advanced enemies and really, really wishing I had a... well, I guess I could just use the subway. That's an option. Okay, there should be some other enemies in here. And the ones that aren't just like insta-gipped by piercing, yeah. Oh, maybe those guys are level 18, whatever. Does Backstab instantly give you? Nope. Decidedly not. All right then. Huh. That might be a little strong? I don't know yet. My characters aren't that high level. Okay. I'll have to keep an eye on some of these things. But the thing is, I can't properly evaluate how good those guys are, or how strong they are, until my characters are at the appropriate spot. Okay, things here should be also a bit strong for us. Hi, Enticer and Enticed. What happens if you backstab that? I know what happens if you try to backstab this skeleton. It will do nothing. It does piercing damage, and the skeletons are very resistant to piercing damage. Cool. I need to nerf backstab in some way. Maybe I should just use a heck of a lot more MP. Fireball? I mean, okay. Hey, fireball. I suspect those things have real good physical evasion and real bad magical evasion, if I remember correctly. Hey, I got a skull. These should be somewhat within our grasp, though. I mean, I need to backstab those things, so I'm going to. Flame Swath seems like a good plan. Bye. Turns out they don't like getting hit by bombs. Who would have figured? From the shadows. Yeah, let's from the shadows one of these guys. Oh, yeah. Francis is best off throwing bombs at them. Hey, level 7. Excellent. I should definitely heal a little bit here. There. That's a little bit. Ow. Well, that's what I get for not fully healing them up. Get out of here. Okay. Healing Spring, this poor Francis. Got hit for 108 damage because I hadn't done a full... Yeah, okay, here's the group that I needed to fight. I mean, this is probably gonna go fine? Question mark? It should go all... It should be a little challenging. Because this is, like, somewhat higher enough level than us that it should be. Yeah, this is just a one-shot. That just deals way too much damage right now. Okay. The sheer number of these guys, plus their high level of evasiveness, is going to prove to be a problem. Even if, like, a handful of them aren't a huge deal. Hopefully 1d4 Dark does a pretty good job here. What are their evasion levels? I don't remember them being... super high, but... Oh, I need to lower those. Okay. Somehow when I was glancing through here, I completely just missed that their evasion rates are ludicrous. I'm going to just drop those a little bit. So that way they don't have 75% evasion rates. So that makes it really hard to hit them. Right. I'm gonna have you Res Francis. You need a 1d4 Dark. I'm gonna have you guard this turn. It will change them when I can restart things, but... Hit? With the ridiculous evasion rates. Oh good, the curse took. From the shadows, that one. I don't know. Healing Spring? You should guard again. I don't know. What do I even have going on here that would be useful? I could shoot a fire arrow at one. That would be vaguely useful. Guard, I guess. Okay. I will say this. Francis has a good guard. Also, these things are fast, apparently. All right. Okay, so current determinations are backstab is definitely too strong. Maybe it's just too strong in her hands. I should definitely... 41 dexterity is pretty good. Yeah. I don't know, that's 49 to 137 damage. I can definitely get that fire higher, too, if I really wanted to. Yeah, I should, too. Yeah, and this is just raw. This is with the bonus effect of the focus, so that would be more like 29. It might just be that Mishizo has way too much, because that's 50 to 83 on that. Easily is eclipsing this bow. And that's just because the dagger scales really well with Dax, so Mishizo uses it super well. Let's see, if I go back across... there's definitely a couple of things that I want to check. I mean, what backstab does is it does piercing damage and auto crit, which is 4 times damage. Mishizo also has really good accuracy. 208% physical accuracies. Very good. I might just need to reconfigure some of her stats a little bit. Maybe she has too much dex. Yes. Ruby ring, please. You know what? I might get this. I'm gonna get one of these for Jennifer. I mean, she already doesn't have wind affinity, so just pumping her earth by that much is really strong. And again, her water's really bad, so pumping her fire like that's also really strong. I think one of the things that's going on is enemies are maybe calibrated appropriately if they didn't have equipment. I don't know, I'll have to think about that. Yeah, I'll have to think about that. And now her Flame Wand deals 74 to 207 damage, which means that her attack should just be able to have a chance to just one-shot things. These wands are really, really good. I'll have to think about that. I don't know. Maybe it should cost more MP or some TP? Keep an eye on player stacking. Should player stats maybe be a little worse per level than enemy stats? I don't know. I'm just trying to think through stuff. The other thing too that's a little challenging is like I know what's going on. The average player doesn't necessarily, so that makes figuring out calibration a little difficult. Yeah, these guys are really weak to striking, a little bit weak to life. And nothing. So they have 148 HP. Yeah, because I mean these guys are supposed to be weak for their relative level. Oh, and there's not actual entries for the other dudes. Bloodbats are super easy to kill off right now. And part of it is that weakness to piercing is extreme. So the Phantom Kunais are really, really good against it. Okay, let's go see how it is to fight a Chimera. What? Oh. I forgot about that town existing. Okay, Chimera time. I want to see how susceptible it is to backstabs to start. Also, I should have healed up before fighting this guy. Oh, this Reckless Bash is probably going to end him. If I had to guess. Nope, just dies to one backstab. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. I do feel like I can't really make a good evaluation on this until I try implementing that system that basically would like guarantee that thing gets a preemptive strike on us, because it's level 17 and we're level 8. I mean, levels are kind of they follow kind of a curve, so level 17's a good bit above, but I mean we're still gonna get absolutely wrecked by fire imps for whatever that's worth. But basically everything else is... Actually, I should fight some of the stuff here just to see how it is. Let's go visit Kasdan. Yeah, I'm what I'm kind of getting the sense of is like, how durable should common... Oh, a Vile Ooze. I don't know, Fire Strike it, see how that goes. Is how much... How durable should common enemies be anyway? Okay. Welp! That was effective. I don't know, just backstab everything, I guess, is the motto here that we're working under. Yeah, it's one shot. Has resisted even a little. This is not going to kill that. Oh, nope, it did enough. Because the thing that's the constant tension for me is that I want random encounters to be threatening and kind of, you know, if I'm fighting 5 enemies here, I want it to be a bit of a challenge. I don't want you to just be able to waltz in here with backstabs and just be like, oh yeah, everything's dead now. And maybe this Reckless Bash is gonna, you know, end some stuff, but... Oh my goodness. If we fought a Harrower, the Harrower would just crumble so quickly. And it might just be a case that Mishizo needs a little bit of a nerf. It's hard to say. You know, what is if something's being too strong, why is it being too strong? I mean, I can just reckless bash these things and they just evaporate. And like they're supposed to, because like if I go to my vaguely inaccurate bestiary, I should have dire rats in here, right? Yeah, these guys are super weak to metal. They take double damage from metal, it looks like. They have 156 HP. Like, this is one of those things where it's like, maybe the calibration that I have for where player HP should be and where enemy HP should be are different, right? Maybe the player should have, you know, HP according to this formula, but enemy should have like 3 times as much HP as the players do at any given level. Maybe enemy should have, I don't know, enemy stats are probably okay. The thing is that what's really, really difficult to test right now is because my player attack speeds are high enough, and especially like Mishizo and stuff, but because my player attack speeds are high enough and my enemy HP is low enough, the enemies are getting one shot by everything I've got. And that's making it really, really difficult to tell if enemy damages at appropriate levels because the enemies aren't getting a chance to actually attack. And so, like, can I fix this issue, as it were? By having this system that makes enemies preempt, like have preemptive, like basically almost guaranteed preemptive if they're like enough, like 5 levels above the player party is probably where it'd be like guaranteed, and then it'd probably scale down to like no chance of preemptive at even level, and then the player would kind of scale up on chance of preemptive until 5 levels, and then they'd be guaranteed once the enemy is like, I don't know, 5 or 6 levels below them or whatever. It's probably the sort of system I'd use. So is something like that going to be able to alleviate this issue? Should enemies be, like, basically how glass cannony should enemies be? Are players doing just dramatically outstripped damage compared to where things should be? These are some of the questions that I'm thinking about right now. So I'm going to fight some of the stuff up here some more. These enemies are not finished, so we'll see how this goes. I mean, Reckless Bash is far and away the most powerful skill going on there. Oh. Okay. And maybe part of it is just like a lot of enemies are weak against piercing, and that's making backstab artificially really good in some of those areas. It's hard to say exactly how I should approach some of this stuff. I don't think most of these are going to be any good. You know, I should just Draining Dark here again. Aggressive Glissa. Oh, good. Cursed it. I mean, these guys are statted out, but they don't necessarily have their full skill sets and things. We were able to take it down, but it's kind of a close thing. Gave us a lot of experience points. Yeah, I'm guessing part of it is the enemies probably just need relatively more HP compared to the player on average, if I had to guess. I don't know. I guess really what this comes down to is there's going to just need to be a lot of testing stuff. That preemptive system, how hard would that be to try to implement right now? It would be pretty... It would take enough work that I'm not sure I want to do it on stream. I don't know. What would it require? I need to go into the code. I need to look up the way that preemptives are calculated. And then I'd need to look into probably adding a thing to enemy troops for metadata so I can set a relative level for that there, since yeah. Yeah, the big issue that I'm running into right now is that the basic enemies are just dying too quickly relative to what I want them to be, and I'm trying to figure out where I need to address that. If I need to address that in player damage, or if I need to address that in like durability and stuff. I definitely like having mixed groups, and stuff should definitely be mixed groups for some of the encounters. The big issue here is just like, what's an appropriate level of durability, and is this party representative of where it should be? Unfortunately, RPG Maker, here, if I go ahead and just close this, the way RPG Maker troops are done is you literally just, you have to make these individual groups like this. Do they even have a note field? Everything has a note field. How would these not have a note field? Okay, that might make things a bit more challenging. So, like, what I'm running into here then is, like, this group is probably super non-threatening because they just are going to die before they can do anything. So, like, I'm okay with the player one-shotting things at some point, but I kind of feel like, and a lot of this is probably my skills are doing too much damage. So if I just do, like, an initial quick balance pass, backstab right here, I'm going to just bump this up to 30 MP. Like, yeah, this is very powerful, but this should actually deal pierce physical. And then I was looking at Phantom Kunai is currently 3 times damage. I think I'm going to drop it to 2.5 multiplier. I need to do a math that around 2.5. From the Shadows is also pretty strong. I'm going to leave it as it is for the moment, though, because it does require 25 TP, and that takes a little bit to work up to. I don't know about Smoke Bomb. We haven't gotten there yet. I'm okay with where Hunter Strike is at, I think. Yeah, adding more enemies to the groups definitely can help. Yeah, for sure. Like, realistically, kind of where I want the balance to be is I want it to be kind of glass cannon-y. There's a couple of different ways that I can approach some of this as well. Hey, Hunting Swan, good to see ya. Welcome, welcome. And welcome to all of Hunting Swan's raiding party. Good to see y'all. So, like, some of the things that I could potentially do to try to address some of this is I can adjust some of the player damage figures down a bit. I can also, like, Reckless Bash inherently deals a lot of damage, but it's supposed to, like, have some strong negatives on you. I don't know, I'll have to think about that one. 1d4 of Dark also needed to be nerfed. Where was that? I'm going to pop back into the thing in a moment, but... Okay. Yeah, that was the Dark stat times 0.75. Maybe I should just drop this to 0.5. 0.5 and 2, I guess. Yeah. Was there any other things that I wanted to immediately address at this moment before I go back into doing things? I don't know, I made backstab substantially more expensive, so that way you can't use it as much between fights. It's kind of the idea. Phantom Kunai maybe needs to be a little bit more as well. I'll bump this up to... you know what? I'll just double the cost. It's just one of those things is like... The other thing that I can do is if player attacks, like special skills are just too dominant, make it so that way you can't like spam them as easily. Okay, well those are some minor tweaks. Let's pop back in here. My menus are purple now. Okay, let's see how the Soul Eater is. We're up to 144 HP. Yeah, 30 is a lot more taxing. Ishizo can get it focused though. Maybe that focus is too strong too. I should probably consider that as a... How do I want to address? Maybe it should give a bit more MP, but not... Or maybe more magical accuracy. I'll have to think about that. That seems like more reasonable numbers. Reckless Bash still going to be real strong. Yep, see that's the problem right there, is I don't necessarily want that to one-shot those things, and maybe if I don't want them to be one-shot by backstab, I should not make them weak to piercing. That's also a possible explanation. I think these guys are the ones that resist piercing, so maybe that won't be a problem here. Yeah. They do not take the metal attack very well, though. Let's see. I think that guy did, if I remember correctly. I don't know. Shoot it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Weak to metal, though. So Reckless Bash just ended it. Again, like, I have enough to backstab this Enticer. At least these guys should be less ridiculous. I should just blast bomb one of the Enticed. One got an evasion off. Getting really lucky on those dice rolls. Kind of hit max on them. Oh, you get to do two things, eh? Earth strike one of these guys then. Yeah, those guys are weak to the striking damage that those deal. Maybe I need to test a different party as well. That's not a bad idea. Because one of the things I'm seeing here is this backstab is real strong, but what happens if... Ooh. I kind of want to test that skill. What happens if I don't have access to backstab? Okay, got an Ancient Enticer group. I kind of want a super substitute flag. That might be an option as well. That can help with some of this. Yeah. Super substitute flag for Enticed to protect the Enticers? I don't know. Flame Swath and... Oh, this requires a lot of TP. Okay, well, we're not going to use that in this fight. Unless it goes way longer than I expect it to. That's what happens when you shoot an arrow at a skeleton. Passes right through the ribs, barely nicking them. Okay, well, whatever. Let's just save here and try a different set of characters. You can be the party leader, and no, Devin McElroy still needs stuff. How about you, and you? Sure. Let's see what happens if I load up on mages. Yeah. Hi. Thank you for these things. Weapons, armor. Should I split that up to be like equipment for character 1, equipment for character 2? Nah, that's going to be really obnoxious to try to set up. Okay, whatever. Let's get some stuff on these dudes. Oh goodness, I don't know. Okay. It's one of those things where the process of having to go through and figure out how everyone can equip equipment is a little bit annoying at the start. It's like, I kind of want to give equipment that way rather than have characters start with equipment. I've talked about this before, but I kind of want to do that because I want to get the things properly in your log. Not file 20, file 7. This right here. I don't know how much I put any of these in here. But like, see, I have a thing on the makeshift staff, and if I didn't give it to you that way, it wouldn't automatically be put into your log. As far as I know anyway. So, I don't know, I should test that too. I should also make it so that way it will show you the list of the things that are in that category. I should add that to my notes, actually. Make journal categories show you what is in those categories. Excuse me. Okay. What can one do about such reckless hiccups? Okay, I know you can use this. Okay. We're going to have some interesting... One of the reasons why I wanted to pick this group was I wanted to be heavy on casters and see how that affects some of these things. I don't think any of these guys can use... Actually... Let's give you Divine Guardian. Yeah, you can use Divine Mercy. Excellent. Just spread that out a little bit. It's one of those things where I wish I could skip a bunch of stuff in here, but all of the loot's actually quite useful for the most part. Okay, now healing defense is super redundant with Get Well, except for the part where it doesn't require MP, but... Okay, now I have Merciful Healing, which is what, 72 HP off this guy? That guy uses it really well. I still need to update stuff for figuring out better ways of communicating weakness and resistance information. Yeah, this is still just healing stuff, whatever. Oh, this thing has like 2% HP left. Well, that was very annoying. You have Merciful Healing. You know what? I think I'm better off using this off of her, though. It's not quite as much healing, but it's cheaper. Although she probably doesn't have as much MP regen, so whatever. I'm definitely giving you way too many healing potions, but I talked about that earlier. Just mentioning it for the benefit of those who are joining me just now. Okay, yeah, she's like all healing all the time. Sure, let's just try to get rid of some of these spiders. And I need to go get some spells. Ow. These spiders are actually kind of dangerous. Okay. Definitely need to get myself a copy of, oh yeah, I need to make a note of, +10 to each, affinity focus probably is too strong. Probably. Okay, nobody's dead yet, so that's good. Good. Yeah, they don't care about that much. I suspect it might be a little bit low on MP as well. This 4 group of spiders is actually kind of dangerous, relatively speaking. Yeah, that's not going to be useful. I guess technically I can equip that on Talmand, which is weird, but whatever. Divine Champion's not going to be too useful. The only one... Actually, I could put that on Isabella, but she really wants to be using MP on that right now, I think. You focus on the bat. Hey, you can whack something for +13 damage. Let's just have you electrocute this. Okay, sure. Whatever, that works. Man, I really need to get an MP buffing item on... Oh, do any of these guys... Yeah, I gotta tell you can use this one. That would be useful here. Yeah, I definitely want to redo the layout of this area. It's not quite how I wanted to get through here, but whatever. It'll work. I'll get those chests in a moment. Nope, just attack. Bats. Spider. Spider. Okay, bat. Okay, well, this should take care of this thing pretty quickly. I think there's this up here. Is that everything up here? I think it might be. I'm not sure how efficient I've been, but... Oh, we got this group. Okay. You can get started working on the bats. Forgotten Spirit for you. Holy hand grenades! Doesn't deal a ton of damage per target, but it does hit a lot of targets. So... just hope we avoid them. Nope, we got crit. Blind will help on that spider. I need you... Let's just have you work on this Forgotten Spirit. Merciful Healing. Resurrect Lady Isabella. Oh no! Oh no! I didn't need you to Ancient Power a Spider. That's not good. That's real not good. Well. This would be a good moment for you to res Asgardul. Where's this spider with all the buffs there? Great, dazed. That's exactly what I need happening. Well. Blind more things, please. Hey! Get Asgardul back up. Throw out more holy hand grenades. Blind more stuff. Blind should probably lower magical accuracy too, now that I think about it. Blind should probably lower magical accuracy as well. Okay. Yeah, you get well. I don't... Where's the... There's that spider. That spider needs to go down. Okay, you're paralyzed. That just means you can't use stuff that you already don't have, so that's fine. Piercing Gleam, the Forgotten Spirit, I guess, and just more Holy Hand Grenades. Gedekted doesn't need MP. Hey! Good Reflect. Ha! The Holy Hand Grenades missed the bats. Cool. Nope. Really? We got enough experience to level up from that one? What a complete non-shocker. Nope. We were surprised. Just heal yourself. Zap a bat. Zap the other bat. Let me just heal you. Zap this bat. Forgotten Spirit. MP burn that guy. That thing needs to stop critting me. Well, she'll get back up in a moment. Dazed. I should probably do some healing. You know what? I have a bajillion healing potions. Let's just use a few. Healing potions are not immediately effective. They apply a buff that heals you, though. You can have this Fated Divine Wrath. Money! Okay, whatever. We'll attack. Oh, wait, I have Smite. Would Smite be better here? Yeah, probably. I think that thing resists lightning. Aha! This is time for holy hand grenades, is what this is. Okay. Yep, just keep attacking. Jib's targeted. Oh, interesting. That's a lot of toxic bite. Merciful healing yourself. Yeah. Cures the paralyzed, but that's not really important at the moment. Just attack it. Save your MP a little bit. Okay, that works too. Unbar the door. Yeah, let's recharge my resurrection signet. There we go. That fixes that problem. That water heals you. There's a book there that if you read it, it tells you that. But I know that already, so I don't need to read the book. This group has definitely been a very different experience than the previous one that I tried taking through here. I don't know, he still took 104 damage from Piercing Gleam. Actually, it took that much damage because it had used MP for that skill. This cave spider group is so annoying. Oh. Weak to light. That one's at 74%. Let's just do another one of these holy hand grenades. That one. That one. Let's just have you guard. Of course. Oh man, my magical accuracy on all these characters is really garbage, isn't it? You know what? Just attack this thing. That seems to be more likely to hit. Okay. Not you. You know what? Whatever. Healing defense it is. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You're able to consistently hit stuff. Yeah, these guys' magical accuracy is trashed here right now. Hey, Greenos. Indeed. Holy hand grenades for the win. They are certainly helping. Unfortunately, the absolute terrible accuracy that I currently have on my team is not. No, item. You guys can eat some mushrooms. They give you more maximum HP. Basically, I'm having to kind of rely on Talman's Thunderbolt because he actually has enough. Yeah, exactly. I couldn't not make that reference. What it kind of came down to. That's not useful here, but it will be later. Okay. Good. Okay. Don't have to worry about enemies now. Let's just go get... Wow, those don't last long. Apparently you just don't eat wild mushrooms. They don't last very long. Okay. I think the first place I need to go is the Adventurers Guild, actually. Yeah. Adventurers Guild, and then go collect a few skill sets that actually do things. That sounds like a plan. And then collect some equipment. Okay. Make me part of the Adventurers Guild, please. Thank you. Thank you. I will let you know if I have any questions. I don't think I have enough to really... Ooh, but these characters can actually use... Okay. Thinking about equipment. Several of these characters can actually use staffs. So, staves? Staffs? Whatever. Grab some cash. And go to the magic shop, because the magic shop is OP. I'm actually going to take these off of everyone because they will confuse the fact of whether or not characters can use this. Okay, all these characters can use that. Okay, and 2 of the characters can use... Holy shnikes. I guess I want a title for Gedagte, a flame for him, and 3 focuses, please. Which one were you? You were the flame wand, and she was the title wand. Talmand was reticent to use any of those. I think this focus that I'm grabbing right now is a little too strong. As a random aside. I strongly suspect it. Do I want any of this stuff? This is largely inaccurate information. Here's helmets. I mean, this is probably good for both of them. I could give him a dagger. I should try the Adventurer's Dagger on him. I should get him a offhand then. No. Who did I just get hats? I got him a hat. And her a hat. Okay, let's go get another focus. Okay, and then I should be able to go... Haha, no. The game is still actually quite early in development. I mean, how do you judge how early? There's been a lot of planning done. There's a lot of work left to do, though. So I'm nowhere near close to having a sense for a release date. I might, once I kind of get some stuff firmed up a little bit, I might release a, like, I don't know, please playtest this on my Discord or something. But, okay, Adventurer's Dagger for Talmand. I want to see how this compares in his hands versus Mishizo's hands for backstabbing shenaniganry. Being able to get hide out of the Tattoo Tome actually is kind of tech, because hide's used to make a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'll have to actually put some stuff there, because it would be good to get feedback from other people playing it too, who maybe don't have a bajillion things memorized. As I slowly walk up the stairs. Okay, I need to go visit here. Hey, giant rats. We got the upper hand. Excellent. How's your backstab skills, my friend? Yeah, I got this now. Okay. He's good enough at backstabbing things to one-shot a giant rat. So there's that. Yeah, this guy... This guy now has enough MP that he's actually able to, like, one-shot stuff. That's good. And now has some actual spell accuracy. Behold, actual spell accuracy. Yeah, okay, so that dagger's, like, base stats in his hands are kind of mediocre. He's definitely much more of a caster. I need to get her a better anything. I might see about getting her a mace, I think. She's got 105 base physical accuracy. I don't know, she needs something better than that Rusty Sword, regardless. Rusty Sword is not good. This camp is just full of a bunch of loot. I need to fix the hunter's skills, though. I'm pretty sure it's 9 types of Borked. Yeah. Would you be the better fit for elementalist stuff? Or would that be like Getting Te might actually be reasonable for it? Yeah. A lot of these casters are actually very specific in what they're good at. Yeah, she can't actually use those, but he could. Except, I'm pretty sure it doesn't give those. I'm pretty sure it gives some real random stuff. Faint is still a skill. That's still a skill. Yeah, it gives Shatter Aura. I haven't modified that one yet. I could use Smiting Strike, though. Maybe I should. No, it's... Ooh, it's one of these groups. Okay. You can attack the giant rat. I want to... That's pretty strong on him, actually. I still want you to electrocute the Buzzkill, but... Yeah, Buzzkill, Buzzkill... Okay, so I can deal, like, 80 damage. Excellent. Smiting Strike that guy. Oh, that thing has like 3% HP left. It's not really important. Wow. Okay. Did I get... No. Wood gotten. Let me grab some mushrooms. Ooh, a Harrower. That's good to see. Hi, Harrower. I'm going to attack you now. Probably won't be too much of a problem, realistically. Yeah. I think I do want to probably calibrate enemy health a bit differently. Ooh, shake it off. That's useful. Okay. I don't know, it's lagging a little bit right now. Don't know why. Final Fantasy 9. Yeah, I've not really played. I tried playing Final Fantasy 13, and as Hunting Swan can attest, I had a real hard time figuring out what it wanted me to do. Probably more than I should have had a hard time, but here we are. I don't know. How can one determine what should or should not be difficult for an individual to do? Okay, can I make a mace? Yes. Actually, can I make... Okay, I need more iron ingots. I know where I can get those. This would actually be a good idea to grab for Lady Isabella. That's interesting. If I got this for Talman, it would make the thing a little bit better. Yeah, I've played Tactics Advanced. Let's see. I think I got her some gauntlets, right? Yeah, and this mace. I enjoyed Tactics Advanced decently well until there were so many of those rules that it was just like a giant pain in the rear end to do anything. I didn't get anything else, right? No, I got gloves. Yeah, for Talmand. A little bit more dexterity would help him deal more damage with the dagger, was my thought. Like, the main RPGs that I've played actually have been, like, Pokemon and, like, Tales of Symphonia and some of the Tales games. I mean, it depends upon what you mean by RPG as well. I need to go grab some more skills. Can you teach us about healing? What do you sell? I probably give you too much money as well. Interesting. This would be stronger even than the Tidal Wand, but it would also mean I'd lose the offhand, so... Cool. Asgardual can get this. I will get this for Asgardual. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna give you the elemental skills for now, I think. No more Holy Hand Grenade, but that's okay. Kind of want to replace those. Create a Divine Champion. Yeah, I'll leave this here for now. Let's go get some more iron. Not all of these go places. This one does, though. This is the best place to go get iron. Because you can get a bunch of spare blunted pickaxes or something. I don't know what the idea here is. They have a bunch of pickaxes that are not, like, good for mining anymore, just lying around that you can pick up willy-nilly. And sometimes they get attacked by spiders and bats. That's the story of this place. Already I can tell, though, that that one focus needs to be nerfed, because it's like, oh yeah, that's definitely the one I should use. Ha! Enraged Smash. Yeah, look at these additional healing skills. Spicy. That's 80. Yeah, I mean, MP burn is still kind of better. Well, those bats are... Like, this is one of the things I think that's happening, too, is, like, player equipment has such a huge impact on your relative power level, and enemies do not have kind of the equivalent of that. So I think they're ending up being a bit weak compared to where the player is, and I just need to, like, tune them up a bit higher, assuming that the player equipment is going to count for a good bit, if that makes sense. Yeah. So how capable are we going to be? I want to go in here and get the stuff in here. Ooh. We're here at night. That makes it especially dark. Oh, and we got this right away. Well, this is going to be a good test. Smack a Bloodbat, I guess. Can you one-shot a Bloodbat with your skills? Yep, absolutely. Ow. Ow. Yeah, I like this choice as well. Okay, well that could have gone worse, I guess, technically. Talmand, I need you to survive. Kill this Bloodbat, and you need a Dousing Wave. Just go in there with the right old backstab. Okay, this is more reasonable. Resurrect. I mean, at this point, I should just Enervating Bolt these guys. Get back up, Asgardul. There we go. I mean, we were able to take out that group at level 3, which I'm not entirely fond of. Yeah. So let's... Flash of Healing. That's good. Oh man, it dodged my backstab. Ooh, Drain Vigor. That's not good. See, this is the problem, is if enemies die too quickly, you don't get to see all of these mechanics. That's right, this cave needed way more enemy variety, though. I remember that now. What do I do about this? Healing Defense has absolutely been trashed by that. I can Enrage Smash it. That's pretty good. I don't want to waste MP on another backstab attempt. That's just going to fail, so... Yeah. Ooh, Burning Intensity. Happy to get that one. Man, this is so tight on space. Yeah, just dousing wave everything. Well, that was resisted. Whee! Can you tell that they are weak to being smacked about the head? Because they are. Healing Spring that guy. Sure that works. Minor skills. So she's currently using Elementalists. Telman is using this one. Yeah. Okay. Minor skills have some reasonable stuff in them too. Smack the serpent. Backstab some blood bats. Okay, thank you, Greenos. Have a good sleep. Take care. Thanks for dropping by. You have Healing Spring. The one thing that's definitely going on that will make this less ridiculous to backstab on Talmand. Yeah, it'll definitely get you some feel for it. A lot of it has been rebalancing all of the enemies, which is a little bit in the background and still needs tweaking. And I need to figure out where the tweaks need to happen. Because my big problem is the enemies are dying a bit too quickly before like being able to be a threat to the player. I can try to address that in skill damage. One of the things that I want to try, actually, though, is a system that messes with the preemptive rates. So that way, enemies that are supposed to be stronger than the player will preempt the player a lot more reliably. So that way, it's like, oh yeah, this thing's supposed to be really strong, and if you manage to survive its initial barrage, maybe you can use a skill that one-shots it. But there's just like a little too much one-shotting going on from the player. Like they're just killing the enemies a little too quickly. So I'm gonna need to figure out how I want to adjust things with that. And one of the things I'm thinking is enemies might just have 3 times as much health or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But the thing is, like, it's either I need to tune player skills down or enemy HP up. But I have some other things I want to try first too. Because I don't want to make it, like, random encounters drag out too long. But I also need enemies that are supposed to be, like, threatening to be properly threatening. And it's like, we shouldn't be doing this well in here at this level. Hydroblast. That's useful. Because, like, we're level 5. This area, like, a lot of the enemies in here are... Did I properly record? I wish RPG Maker had levels for enemies. Like, built in. Let's see. Dire Serpents are supposed to be level 8, so they're a little bit... Yeah, you did, right? The bodyguards. I remember those in the demo. And Bloodbats are level 7. I guess we're kind of like an appropriately reasonable area, but that means we should be like 2 to 3-shotting them, not 1-shotting them, you know? It's like they need to be doing a little bit bit more. And part of what's just happened is that, like, I've calibrated things according to, like, raw attacks, but not skills doing additional damage and things. So, like, I don't have any TP right now, so this is an awful skill, but never mind that. Like, this is dealing 69 to 103 damage. At my level, that's a 2-shot, right? With the amount of HP that I have. So, like, that's about where it should be. So a lot of these skills should be 2 to 3 shots. And it's just like, okay, how do I... Like, obviously, this thing has the property where if you have more MP than your foe, the damage is doubled, which makes it hit really hard. So just trying to figure out calibrating everything to where skills kill stuff in an appropriate rate. And stuff like backstab is just way too strong. Because again, I come in here and I'm like... And some amount of it is just like... Backstab deals piercing damage, and bats are weak to piercing. So that deals 294 damage, which is just way more than I realistically want, I think. I definitely need to fudge with enemy durability more. But the other thing too is just like enemy attack speed, I think, is a big area where there's a lot of room for adjustment. Just healing defense yourself. I'm just gonna be hydroblasting and dousing wave here. Everything's gonna get real wet. That's what's gonna happen here. Yeah, no crit on that, which is unfortunate. Ow. Okay, that cleared stuff out a lot. Talman's just zap that one. And then Hydroblast should clean things up. I don't have a reason to not just use Dousing Wave here. Really? Alright. Okay, are those the blood bats left? Yeah, they are. Excuse me. Hello, GDog24. Welcome. You have Splash of Healing. I'm thinking, I don't know. There's just a lot of like knobs to turn, and it's figuring out which knobs I should be turning. Is a real challenge. Like, I'm just better off backstabbing these blood bats. I don't know, just Wildstone whatever's left. Oh, I dodged the backstab. Yeah. Especially when I have as many different characters as I do. Well, everything's just falling apart here. I don't know what just happened. What happened is my backstab got dodged. That's what happened. And they happened to use skills that hit really well. I mean, to some extent, blood bats need to be vaguely fragile, so you can actually kill them. Because they restore a lot of HP on attack. you know? I don't know. I think... I think a lot of it's just going to be making sure that I have my skills tuned to the right damage values. It's kind of what it comes down to. I need to tweak backstab is really what it amounts to, I think. Because the thing is, backstab deals 4 times damage, and maybe daggers should just have less effective crits? I'm not sure. I don't know, I have to think about all this stuff. What I really want is I really wish that I had more... I wish I had, like, ranged versus melee. Whoops, sorry, I accidentally smacked the mic. But I wish I had, like, a good ranged versus melee sort of setup, so that way, like... I don't know. I want more knobs to turn between, like... Because I want bows to be really good, but maybe against the bats, but maybe backstab shouldn't be. Right? That's kind of where we're coming. How's my supply of... Okay, I have enough bounty slips. Let's go get a boat and go across the world. Yeah, absolutely. I want to... Like, I'm not going to worry about too much about trying to get stuff, like, in an ideal place right now or anything. But it is something that I'm, like, kind of actively thinking about. Okay. Yeah, and I can still get better gear here. What do I need? Armor. Want adventurous plate mail. Okay, so I just need like 2 tunics. Do I want adventurer's boots or do I want... I need to think about this one too. Yeah, it needs a lot more yarn. I can go buy yarn. Okay, let's see. I got her new chest armor. I guess she's stuck in that dress for a little while. Yeah. There's more than that, but yeah. I know who you're talking about. Let's turn some of these pickaxes into iron. Get some more yarn out of those freight tunics too. They are merchants. So I can buy stuff from them. Based on my adventurer rank. So like I can get pots of healing. Antidotes, healing potions. And like these antidotes and healing potions are slightly discounted. And I haven't implemented any of these other ones that give you stuff based on your tier. I want to add some sort of like placard that tells you what rank they give stuff to you, they sell stuff to you at, so you don't have to try to remember. I mean, it just increases as you go left to right. I'm using visual shorthand. This NPC type is one that you interact with for guild reward type things, typically. So like it's the same one here, right, that you can turn bounty slips into, right? So it's just like, this is an information type. So you talk to this person, they give you info. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but this is something else that I'm trying as well. I need to like make this work properly, but being able to acquire bestiary pages through an NPC by buying them. Okay. What did I want to... Probably visit the inn. I can get gold bracelets. Ooh. I could get gold bracelets for Talmud as well if I wanted, but I think I'm going to leave him with those for now. Some of these are probably right to use for some of these characters, but I have to figure out which ones. Can she use the healer's robe? Yeah, this is probably better. This doesn't work properly, but... what skill does that actually give her right now? Oh, it gives her no skill. Cool. I love the no skill skill. It's the best skill. Yeah, let's go rest at the inn. Yes. Okay. There's a few things left that I want to check out with this different party. Because I can now get a boat, and I want to go see how stuff in the other area is with this group. Is it faster to... I don't know. I need a friggin' monument in Sandy March is what needs to go on here. Yes. Let me across. Thank you. Man, boats are slow. Okay. Let's go see how things are up here. Wraith Lord, hi. Okay, you might be a problem? Question mark. MP burn. Okay, maybe don't use fire damage on this guy. Maybe use some of this light damage I've got. Ah, it's going to be one of those enemies. I see. No. You need a piercing gleam it, and I need to res Talmand, I guess. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, whatever it did, apparently Gedag's head does not care. Cool. Get Asgardul back up, please. Yep, whatever that is, Gedag's head does not care. Oh, you know what? It does Omni damage, and she's wearing healer's robes that give her like 80% damage reduction from that damage type. That's what's going on there. How about you get Wildstone? I don't know that that's going to do much. I think it pretty strongly resists all of those standard types, but it will daze it. This is awkward. Okay. How do you feel about blast bombs? You do not care. Cool. Well, this party was uniquely terrible at fighting those. Let's go see how things are if I try to fight a Chimera with this party. Absolutely wrecked. My damage types matched up really poorly against it. I could probably, like, if my characters weren't just getting, like, a one-shot by it, which, I mean, it is substantially higher enough level than us that it should be one-shotting us. But if my characters weren't getting one-shot, like, we should also get kind of ruined here, realistically. Piercing Gleam. MP Burn. Okay. Not quite as bad as Mishizo. Mishizo just one-shot that guy. Okay, well, we were able to take it out. Do I like that? Do I not like that? I mean, that thing's supposed to be level 17. Ooh, recharge. Should, target ally gains TP up to the MP they're missing. Yeah, okay, that doesn't really work outside of combat. Yeah, see, this is kind of where I'm settling, is I feel like I need to figure out tweaking HP some. Like, that guy is needs to be at like a much higher amount of relative HP. Because I have here, like, this is going to be easier if I just... Oh. Moobot's getting active here. Okay, well, good job, Moobot, probably. So if I go to the notes, right here, I have this formula for calculating maximum HP, which is 100 times 3 to the level minus 1 over 24. So at level 1, that gives you 100 HP, and it scales up at 99 to 8,877 HP. And, like, all of the stats and everything are being balanced around this formula. But I think enemies need to have stuff going on to... Player damage relative to enemy damages needs to be skewed in the favor of enemies, I think, a little bit, because players are smarter about doing things and other stuff like that. I don't know. It's a tricky thing to figure out. But, like, that thing's level 17, so it has... Its HP is based around, like, 208. I think I bumped it up a little bit from that. But, you know, its stats are kind of, like, based around these, and it's not allocated exactly this and all that. But, yeah, it's just one of those things where, like... I need to figure out some of my enemy classification a little bit, and figure out how I want to actually handle how much health they should have. Let's see. I can actually look at... The bestiary is not entirely where I want it to be, but it's got the stats properly. So right now they have 250 HP, 110 MP, 52 strength, 22 dexterity, 23 fire. So if we look at these figures right here, right? And we look at, say, one of my characters, and you can see, like, these guys resist a bunch of stuff, but if we look at, like, one of my characters right here, like, she's at level 6 and has, because of the carved oak focus, has artificially inflated elemental stats compared to where they ought to be and things like that. So I think I need to, like, approximately take into account the benefit from equipment in terms of raw stats. Because carved oak focus needs to be nerfed, but I don't know. Like, there's just a lot of little things that I'm, like, probably need to adjust some of this stuff on. In terms of how I'm calculating out enemy stuff and durability. Setting up a multi-part enemy... I like the idea in theory. I don't know. Doing that natively in RPG Maker would require modification. I'm sure there's a plugin out there that could help with that, but yeah, her accuracy is low from the mace. But we were able to take that out without too much difficulty. I do want to check out some stuff across the ocean as well. I need to go get my boat back. The big thing that I want to try out first, though, is to where enemies that are logically, or like troops that are supposed to be higher level than the player, get higher preemptive, so that way, like, that Chimera would automatically just preemptive did us and, like, make some of the threat from that. But I do think some of the enemies, particularly if they're, like, solo, just need to have more HP, and I need to kind of, like... I need to calibrate HP a bit around how many enemies there's going to be in an encounter. And things like that as well. And I need to figure out some stuff with, like, beads, probably. I don't know. Well, I mean, just enrage smash one of these guys. That's gonna be good. Do you one-shot an Enticer with that? The answer is yes. Well, all of them had their fire reduced. Actually, it's more efficient to just get well here. I don't even know what I want to do. Well, the good news is, Dousing Wave is, Oh, huh, that's funny. So, they have the substitute flag, so they'll take hits for things. And this guy was low enough on HP that that one was like, oh, I'm going to take the hit for that, and then got itself killed. Yeah, I could recharge yourself. That's not too helpful. Also, I feel like something's wonky with my MP costs, and I need to figure out what's going on. Maybe I just got enough MP back at the end of that. I need to figure out what are good MP costs for things to make them feel valuable. Backstab the Enticer. I mean, this doesn't actually help that much at the moment. I guess I could make invisible enemies. That's an interesting thought. I don't know. I'll have to think some about some of this. Just Hydroblast them. I do feel like this group is having a much more difficult time with these guys than the other one did. Well, let's absolutely end that thing if I hit it. You have a bunch of MP that you don't really tend to use much. Let's... There we go. Why is it keeping this group? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This is going to be bad, isn't it? Oh no. Okay, they all decided they wanted to spend their turn killing Lady Isabella. This Enticer needs to go down now. Yeah, no, you're the Hydroblast guy, and Lady Isabella needs to get up, please. Hey, things suddenly got threatening. And Enticer actually did anything. Oh man, these guys getting a stat up like that is brutal. Healing defense yourself. I don't even know. What's just guard here? Oh, we could blast bomb them. Hey, some counterattacking. Ow. Okay, good. Esgarduel maybe got... Ooh, it's a lot more exciting when these things are actually threatening. Oh, man. Okay, that damaged it. 3 HP, are you going to bring us home? Oh, man. Woo, that was exciting. Okay. Okay, now she's out of MP. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out, like, what'll allow me to be able to address the things that I fundamentally want different about how things are. Basically, the world feels not threatening enough or something. Like, without a preemptive strike, without her getting a chance to do things, the Enticer... Yeah, I'll probably wrap up the playtest shortly here. I just kind of want to find an ancient Enticer group. But... honestly, just getting that weaker guy down is kind of what's important here. Piercing Winds actually having more accuracy might be valuable to me. Maybe I should have spent more time healing. Okay. I mean, if it works, it works. Oh yeah, that gives you all of your MP back too, doesn't it? That's nice. I can just use the Adventurer's Kit here to trigger an encounter. Why is it keeping this one? I don't want it to keep being this one. Well, apparently this is what we're consigned to. Apparently this is what we're consigned to. Let's just defend Talmans. Who really needs some MP, but what are we gonna do about it? Oh. I wonder how much cash I'm flush with now. Here's the Ancient Enticer encounter that I've been kind of waiting to see. I want to see if Talman can one-shot her with a backstab. You see. The answer is no. Oh, this is going to be real bad now. It just gave all of them 50 TP and... Oh, boy. I wonder what percentage that's going to be. Because if that's putting her at 33% or less, we're not going to be able to kill her very easily at all. Yeah, we're probably wrecked here. Okay, Asgardul's the one who needs to be resurrected. Okay, she's at 5%. Yeah, that's... I'm not gonna mess with trying to do that. Oh, we are so dead. I mean, this encounter is supposed to be rough. We're nowhere near the level we're supposed to be for fighting this. That should be like a level... What is that encounter? We're at level 8, and that's like 16, so we should be twice the level we are to actually do that fight. Yeah. Okay, well, I think I've kind of seen what I need to see here. I definitely want to figure out some stuff with like where enemies should be durability-wise and all that sort of stuff. I don't know, I'm going to be recording the update video like right after this, so there'll probably be more rumination thoughts than that whenever that comes out. I forget exactly when these things happen, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here. So I want to thank y'all for watching and suggesting things and all that good stuff. Yeah, VOD will be up my tomorrow evening, whatever that translates to you, to you. So, roughly, I put them up 8 p.m. PDT the day after. So, whatever. There will be a bonus Guild Wars stream on Monday. Monday the 11th is my birthday. And I have exciting plans for Guild Wars for that day. So I'm looking forward to that. That's the next stream that's going to be happening, is a bonus stream, not ordinarily in the schedule. You can always follow to let know when I go live. And playtest of this next week. Hopefully I'll have some exciting developments. We'll see. And until then, everyone, yeah, thank you for watching. Take care, and goodbye.